Hello, good evening. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauryn.
And I'm Ian.
And he's back in the picture.
Bells, yes.
He's always been in the picture. He's just been out of the frame.
Out of the frame. There we go. Nice.
It's our strength and swings class tonight where we have our kettlebells off to the side and we'll play with them in a couple minutes. But first, we'll get started with a body weight warm-up. I do have a bell that I can press and a bell that is a little heavier to do some get-ups and some single arm swings with. So have those ready. But until then,
body weight. It's often starting at that top and Lauryn will take care of the bottom. Open up your stance, perhaps a squat stance or similar. With the hands behind the back, let's go up on extension at the neck, but keep looking on the horizon. Then flexion on the neck, keep looking straight ahead. Let's do that once more each of the extension up and the flexion down and return to somewhere in between looking level. Then with the nose staying anchored, go ear to shoulder. Same thing other side, ear to shoulder. Lightly retract those shoulder blades together, keep the rib cage down, and repeat one more time, lateral bend, and lateral bend the other way. Return to the middle, check, check. Then do a chin tuck and add a rotation looking over a shoulder, through center, rotate again, other way. Next, we'll repeat for sets of 2 as we rotate, shoulder squeeze, rib cage down. Could you take that punch?
Always.
And return to the middle. Then with our hands across the body, retract those shoulders. Let's do the same thing. Flexion, bring the rib cage down, maybe test those abs, then grow tall, but still stay tight through the core. Repeat again, flexion, are your shoulder blades together? They're different, then the spine rounding, then extend back to tall. Then in the middle, we'll do our side bend here, casually side flex, pull down one side, reach through middle and side bend to the other. Same thing, repeating 2. Side flexion, don't forget to breathe. One more time for me to the alternate side here, and then into the middle. Hands across body again and retract those shoulders. Keep the head forward and rotate through the rib cage and through center. Repeating again, that skill comes in handy through that windmill phase of our get-up. I know we have some get-ups coming up here. So add that gentle rotation through the rib cage. And again, are your shoulder blades retracted? Retract the blades for an honest revolution or rotation through the core. We'll come back to some of that stuff in the middle. Until then, to Lauryn for the low body.
Great. Let's get warmed up with a step back lunge. So take a single leg and step it back like you would in your get-up. I want you to try to find that stance that you're going to be in once you land. So be reaching pretty far. Right now, we're going to try to keep that front shin vertical and pull that top hip back as you press the back hip forward. So I'm pulling to center now, but staying up at the top position. My back cheek is squeezed, shoulders, hips, square to the front of the room. Now keep pulling the floor together and descend to mid-station. Check in here. If my hand was on your shin, I'm trying to encourage you to keep that pulled back. Keep the back hip forward, stay stacked. Now keep descending, hover just above the floor, and then soft landing down. Excellent. Right now we're still pulling into center. Feel that pull, the back hip extended. Then let's relax that tension. Take our hips and do 2 hula circles each way. As we circle our hips or our pelvis, let's try to keep our femurs stationary. So these 2 bones are trying to stay stationary, switch directions, and we're trying to move our pelvis around them. As we do that, can we also keep our shoulders stationary and really just try to isolate the hula? Next, push down and forward, down and back, creating tension to hover, and then whammo, up together.
Whammo.
Whammo, bammo, switch sides. Step back onto that other back foot. You're up on the balls of your feet. Your front leg is compressing into the socket as your back hip presses forward and you're trying to keep those hips level. Now keep that tension pulling together as you bring yourself down. Back hip extended, front hip pulled in, mid-station, and then let's come down a little lower to that hover position, keep extending, and then soft landing on the floor. Again, right now we're still pulling together. Relax that tension, but then let's hula circle again. Femurs staying relatively stationary. Pelvis trying to move around those bones. Shoulders staying still. Switch directions. Take your time. reach around the room. Whoop, click. Then come back to center. Push down and forward, down and back. Hover off the floor first. Stay stacked, stay square. Then, boom, up to tall.
Boom to tall.
Excellent. We'll come down to the floor, warming up our ankles via our ankle squat, getting us there. Quick wrists, and then we'll get into our first get up of the day. Knees towards over toes. Hang out, rock a little side to side, stay up nice and stacked. And then imagine your hips meeting them on top of the knees. So the hips push forward versus straightening out those knees. Let's try that again. Knees bend. Try to get your hips on top of your knees. Ooh, and it might feel like that, and that's okay. This time, we'll bend our knees. We'll gently sink lower, peeling the heels up slightly, and then soft landing on the floor. Extend the cheeks through, squeeze them, brace them, untuck them, sit back. Good, sit in this position. Sometimes I just like to hang back here, stretching out those quads, squeezing the cheeks, and then extend back up. Let's do quick wrists.
Quick wrists.
Quick wrists.
We'll hinge on those hips.
A chip chop.
Chip chop. Fingers, calluses, full hands land. Grip the floor with the fingers. Amplify that tension underneath your callus line and have those blood donations face forward. Before we move, let's pull those hands to your knees. Don't move, but did you feel that tension enhance or create that stability? Then, by pulling the hands towards the knees, might you be able to lean towards over those hands, extending on the wrist. Then push the floor forward. Keep your tailbone tipped like cow. As you push the floor forward, your hips go back. And repeat. Pull the hands to the knees. Feel the preload. You might tuck under those hips like a little bit of our plank we'll get into later. And then tip your tailbone like cow as you return the hips back. Pull one more time so you're straight over top of those wrists this time. Then use your hands to press away the floor. Extend the hips through. Test your glutes. Test your core. A little bit of a shake. One more time, but other grip. Fingertips down first, but this time the palms face away. Fingers, calluses, and hands. Look between the hands there and gently press your pinkies into the ground. Then relax that. Then do the same thing on those ring fingers, slowly turning the tips of your fingers white and relax that. Then it's time for that middle finger on right and left sides. Press that, followed by relax. Index fingers, push, create that tension between you and the floor, and relax. And lastly, the thumbs. But then with the thumbs and index and all those other digits, press, 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 press. Try to bend the elbows. Mine don't bend very much in that moment, but bend, and then flick the floor away like Spider-Man and add a little shake and a wiggle. From there, let's go back to the wrists and test our first high planks position. Fingers, calluses, hands. Modify from those knees like I am right here, or from that high position. Tip your tailbone like cow, just that little bit. Then scoop those hips under, connecting the ribs to the hips through your core shield, and squeeze your butt. And pull the floor to your hands. And breathe, and squeeze your butt, and find your armpits, and make a 5 more second effort on a plank, safe but strong. Then gently go those knees down, push the floor away, and add a little shakeout.
We're gonna start with our get-ups here.
Awesome. Got my bell.
We will be starting doing some half get-ups. So get your one bell out of the way and the right belt with you here. Our half get-up is going to be cuddle, roll, press, find your elbow, find your hand, sweep through to your windmill position, sweep back through, elbow, back to your start position. We'll do that 2 in a row on our first side. So come on down, get into the cuddle. If you're not familiar with your get-up, please perform this body weight as you explore this new activity. Cuddle, roll, press, starting in that firing range position. Next, we'll extend our hip, push on the floor, pull on our elbow. Find your hand. A little bridge and a sweep. Hold here for 3, 2, sweep back through, find your elbow, and return to your back. One more time, keep the bell up. Elbow, hand, bridge, sweep, hold, 3, 2, sweep through, find your elbow, control to your back, 2 hands on, pulling bell down, cuddling, letting it go, turning yourself around the bell, and repeating on the other side.
Got it.
How was that weight? Nice warm-up weight.
Nice warm-up weight.
Easing into the exercise here, getting yourself ready. We'll perform the same routine on the other side. Cuddle, roll, press. Hip drive, pull to the elbow. Use that hip extension, find the hand. It's a bridge and a sweep. Hold, 3. Both shoulders are packed and stacked. Sweep back through, find the elbow, control to your back. Whew. One more time. Elbow drive, pull, find the hand. Bottom shoulder packed and retracted, bridge, sweep. 3, 2, sweep, find the elbow, control to your back, 2 hands, bell pose down, and return to the cuddle. Great work. We'll flip over into
a plank. This time we're working on that cross body tension plank, moving tension from one shoulder to the opposite hip. Working on those beats like in our ballet class there, Lauryn.
Yep.
Fingers, callus, hands. Then establish your plank from the knees or the high planks position. And this time, pull without moving one hand to the foot. It's hard to tell, but I'm pulling immensely through my right hand to my left foot. And then stay but relax. Then do the same thing on the other side. So I'm pulling through my shoulder, my hand on the left to the right foot.
Talk faster.
And then relax and go knees down. Take a breath. For one more time, think of that X pattern now and do both at the same time. Very challenging. One more time. So reorganize those hands and tuck in your shirts as you need. And then high planks position. 3, 2, 1, go. Pull your right hand to the left foot, but then that left hand to the right foot. And once you do that, do it again. Pull the right to left, left to right, same time. 3, 2. Now tip your tailbone like cow. Walk those hands back towards your hinge position and push your hips through. There'll be some swings coming up here as well. Cramp your glutes and test those abs.
We will be doing another half get up, but we will be pressing later today. So to warm up our press and continue doing get ups, we'll start from the top. Press it, step back lunge, rotate hinge, get to that same windmill position, and then come back up. Repeat twice on one side. Only one press though. Over top of your bell. From here, we cheat clean to that rack position. Up, up, press the bell. The leg you can touch, we'll step back. Just as we did in our warm-up, pull the floor together in your descent. Front foot moves, rotate, hinge. Hand finds floor, stack those shoulders. 3, 2, press the floor away, extend the hips. Front foot, push forward and back, up to tall. One more time, same side. Step back, pull yourself down. Feel that tension. Front foot, rotate, hinge, stack the shoulders. Then hips will go back as you push the floor away, extending. Front foot moves, up. Pull the bell down, keep that forearm vertical, keep it tight as you park. Hello, bell.
Hello.
Same thing on that second side. Over top. Hinge, grip, cheat clean, rack. Hop, hop, press. Step back lunge. Control the down. Breathe. Front foot moves. Rotate, hinge. Stack the shoulders. 3, 2, press the floor away, extend the hips. Front foot moves, push forward and back. Repeat one more time. Step back, control the down. Step, rotate, hinge. Stack shoulders. 3, 2, press the floor away. Front foot moves, push forward and back. Controlled descent, vertical forearm. 2 hands, park your bell.
Parked. Feels good to get underneath that load, or does it? Right? Use that body weight, take your time, light load first, and maybe some heavier loads off to the side. Before we get into the swing, let's just break down our swing. We'll go this I go, you go rep scheme. Lauryn will grab her swinging bell first, and I'll cue you through. we'll do 5 repetitions of a hike. Lauryn's team goes, and I'll follow.
5.
5. 5.
We'll do this breakdown, then we'll do one more full get up. Okay?
Okay, great. Miscues on the
No, that's okay.
ledger,
That's
but
good.
we
That's
got
good.
it. So this time, let's just go 2 hands. We'll go through today's practice, perhaps that one-handed swing, but here go 2 hands on the bell, stepping behind just like Lauryn. Hike it to the groin for 5 repetitions. So set up.
Sorry, 2-handed swings? 2 hands.
2-hand swings. So 2-hand swings, pull to the hips, and park for 5. That's 4. Park. Pull it through those armpits, test your shield, implement that breathing strategy, which is a breath before and then a pull. If you went with Lauryn, enjoy rest. If you listen to me, watch and let's perform it together.
So 5 hikes here. Noticing when you do your hike passes that you never change height. You're always staying the same. Your hinge remains loaded at the back. Your inhale and park. Lats pull the bell. Spine doesn't move.
That's 5. From there, let's do 5 repetitions of our stop swing. 1 unique swing times 5. That's hike. That's 1 and park. And 2 and park. It's breath in to prepare. Hiya on the exertion phase, that bang moment when the kettlebell flies away from those hips. And 1 more for 5. Add that little shake and wiggle after. And if you did it with Lauryn, enjoy your rest. And if not, let's do it together here.
When we're doing our stop swings here, we're thinking about that strong exhale that matches the hip snapping through. If you're finding that your bell is going kerplunk when you place it down, it means you're not getting back into that same hinge position, but you're actually tipped forward. So try to reach the hips back to the wall behind you to park the bell.
Awesome. Let's do 1 set of 5 continuous swings now. 2-hand swings, 5 repetitions, 1 and 2. And as soon as that kettlebell is back, bring it forward and then forward. And 2 more repetitions here, or maybe I can't count. That's not new. 5. We'll go 5 as well.
Your setup remains the same as you did in your hike pass. With each swing, just like those hikes, hips reach back. Tailbone slightly tip to the ceiling. Snap through.
Snap through.
Let's do 1 more full get up from the bottom to the top, all the way back down. And then we'll get going on our press, press, swing, swing routine.
Excellent.
You don't need pom-poms for that, don't worry.
No pom-poms. So we're coming on down. No rules right now. At least I didn't follow any. But we do have strict patterns for the get up, Lauryn. Cue us through.
All right, 1 full get up each side. Oh, wait 1 second. Sorry, everyone. I said I wanted to do a get up with this belt today. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, cuddle, roll, press, hip extension, pull. Find your hand. Bridge sweep. Press the floor away, extending the hips. You're now looking forward as you use your lunge tension to stand. Come back down, pulling together. Open. Now rotate hinge. Make sure you stack your shoulders, then sweep the leg through. Find your elbow. Control to your back. 2 hands. Pull down. Return to the cuddle. Great.
Coordinated size right there. I like it.
Coordinated what? Oh, size. Size. All right. Same thing, second side. Cuddle, roll, press, hip drive, pull on elbow, boom. Find your hand, pop, bridge sweep, hand leaves floor. We're looking forward in that lunge, forward and back tension, up. Bell staying overhead as we do our lunge back down. Front foot, rotate, hinge, stack those shoulders, then sweep. Elbow, press to your back. 2 hands pull down and return to the cuddle. Let it go.
Let it go.
Try to stand up with no hands.
No hands.
No hands.
Before we get into that swing and press combination Lauryn's alluded to, let's just go back to 1-arm swings of much the same variations that we prepared our 2-hand swing with. For that, I'll be doing 3 repetitions of a hike, 3 repetitions of a stop, and 3 continuous with one side, and then Lauryn will follow. 3, 3, 3.
My favorite number. How
Here we go.
convenient. So set up 3 hikes. Pull, park. Pull, park. Last one. Pull to zipper. Park. Now 3 stops. pull, swing, through, stop. Repeat 2 more times. At the top, punch in the stomach and the butt. Your shoulder is retracted, you're swinging to chest height. Now, 3 continuous. Pull, swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, park bell. Whew. My team, let's go.
Get the hair out of the way, shake out those hands, and the same thing. I go, you go. This is 3 repetitions of the hike. Follow 3 repetitions of your stop and park and pull and pop and back and park. 1 more of those is our 3 and 3. And now 3 continuous swings with that same side. 1 and 2. You can hear that timed breathing exertion. 3. Same thing, other side. How is this bell? Is it light? Is it heavy? Is it just right? Be that Goldilocks, find the just right bell.
All right, second side here. With those hikes first for 3. With a single arm swing, that off arm still has to move with you. So it's patterning the swing. If you forget about it, tap your bell out front. Then you won't forget every time. 1 more stop swing. Good, now finishing with 3 continuous. Shoulders retracted at the top. Hips use that swing, or move the bell, I should say. And then park.
There we go. I go, you go. Right side, now that second side here. Pack the armpit. A firm grip. 2 repetitions, 1 more of that hike pass for Team Lauryn. Now 1 stop swing, repeating for 2 more. Again, Lauryn and I do prefer that flexed arm in the front, but as alluded to before again, 2 hands out front is also appropriate. Now it's 3 repetitions of that full style swing. 3 and park. Whew. First cut is the deepest. First set is sometimes the hardest. Gets that heart rate up, but we can settle into that rhythm as we go forward. I intended to warm up with this bell, and I have my next bell off to the side. I feel safe, feel strong, so I'm gonna switch out my bells. What about you? Light, medium, heavy. Find the one that's just right for you.
So as I'm getting back into some presses, I have a bit of a lighter bell for my presses and a heavier bell for my swings. Today's routine, 5 sets, 1 press, 1 press. 5 swings, 5 swings. 2 press, 2 press, 5, 5. 3 press, 3 press, 5, 5. 4s, and then 5s. Okay? We're building our press endurance all the way up to 5s. If 5s are too much, maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. We'll tell you as we go.
Sounds good.
Set number 1, press number 1. I go, you go, or press at the same time?
I like the I go, you go.
All right, here we go.
Gives us more rest.
He's the I, so he should go.
Okay.
Ian.
Here we do it. 1 rep, 1 press.
In these presses, we like to use our cheek clean to get it to the rack position and putting it down.
That's 1 for me. Lauryn, do that same 1 repetition press on the other side, from the rack to overhead and down. Then
second side, team I. 1 press. It's the butt squeeze. It's the ab brace. If you're working with a new bell, maybe you're just holding it in that rack position, pretending.
Whew. Get used to being under that load. To get up again is a great drill to get used to being under that load for time. Then I'll go 5 swings on the right. Lauryn will do the same thing on
I go, you go,
side.
I go.
Here we go.
5. That off arm is coming through with you. Exhale as the hips snap through. That allows that strong plank position that we also warmed up with. Interesting how that warm up is just so overlapping. It's like we planned it.
Prepare. We're doing 1 arm swings here. Feel free to use those 2 hands if that's for you. But I know that Lauryn was working on those 1 arm swings in the last week's build up to this session as well. So that's 1
Team
side.
I.
We'll do the other side here.
Second side.
Take your time in the setup.
As we're off, we're staying loose. Grips are loose. Legs are loose. Chit-chatting loose. Breathing. Whew. Second side, team U.
The I, the U, and breathe. As Lauryn said there, shake it out if you're resting, but you're high tension if you're following along with those swings. For 5. Try to keep that mouth closed lightly. In through the nose slow. And out even slower.
Get back to your presses
Get back
there,
to your
team
bell.
I.
Lauryn's not going to let us slack off.
No resting here.
This set,
We don't
we're
need to
looking
rest.
for 2.
2 presses, or 1, or hold your bell and imagine. But don't forget, that your butt helps you when you press, your abs help you when you press, your breath and your grip help you. Whew.
It's that tension below that Lauryn's talking about to add that strength to press up. 2 reps. Rest comes around pretty quick here. Same thing on the other side.
Team, other side. 2 presses. That forearm stays vertical, and when you're pulling the bell down, imagine you're doing chin-ups, loading that lat.
Whew. 2. There we go. Toes are heavy, kneecaps are pulled up. It's much like that tops position of your swing. Whew. We're pulling it down with control, but then back to those swings. 5 on one, then 5 on the other.
Team I starts this out. First arm, 5 swings. Retracted shoulder, chest height. It's the same checklist, just keep remembering something each swing.
There's always that checklist. The firm grip, the hack shoulder, the high tension abs. Don't forget that breathing match, and always finish like you could do at least 1 more. Great. Same thing other side here.
As we go through these single arm swings, another thing to add to your checklist are both hips coming through evenly. We want to avoid that swivel in the hips and send both hips through center.
Both hips through the middle.
That was quite the move.
We did see the Elvis promo last night for the new video, but leave that to the hound dog, and here, work on the swing. For 5, and again, in through the nose slow, out through the nose even slower.
We're on round 3 now.
And Laura's gonna point to that bell soon. Round 3 means 3 repetitions of our press.
Ding, ding. First round, team I here. 3 presses, or the number of your choosing. Whatever press number you choose, that last press still remains strong. Remember to quit while you're ahead. Leave some gas in the tank. It's too expensive to use all of it.
That's right. Thank you, Economics 101 there, Lauryn. We want to be economical in our reps here too. Finding that bell that's just right to challenge is a nice way to do that as well. And without that announcer's jinx, here I go on my non-dominant side. Finishing like I could do 1 more, but here we're aiming for 3.
Right, another set of 3 back there. 3 presses. As that bell pulls down, you can hear the inhale and then the up and the full exhale. Inhale to fill belly. Up. Good. You're at home by yourself. Don't be afraid to make some noise. We do it when we have mics on.
You got it. The noise again is to tie that effort to the breath. Like the sound in karate, the Rafa Nadal forehand, baseline winners, whatever it is, tie it together for strength.
Oh, we gotta play some tennis.
I know. Oh, yeah.
So much to do, so little time.
So much to do this season.
All right, we're on set number 3 of swings here. First arm for team I, 5 swings. Again, that hips, by that I mean the hips, are both reaching back. Don't lose that power back there. That's where it comes from.
The glutes, the feet are rooting for stability. The hips are providing the power. The armpit or shoulder blade is connecting that kettlebell to the core. Avoiding shrugging forward, stay tight. Grips and feet help.
Second side, 5 swings. Remember, take your time in that setup. Pack the shoulder. Once the bell is up in there, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Keep thinking about your swings.
I wasn't thinking about what
I was delaying the hinge. That's where I was going with that.
Delay that hinge. It's that timing drill for sure. 5 swings is that second set or second side for this round. Shake it out in between. Control the breath in. And slower on the breath out. Oh, maybe we can convince Lauryn to give us 1 extra second here as we go to that number 4 rep. But maybe not. Let's do it. 4 reps, Lauryn.
You need to be on TV more often.
I know. I'm used to working at my snail's pace on the other side of the room.
Enough of this chit chat. 4 presses for Team Ian, or the number of your choosing. That strong exhale, the pull down, the press up. Breathing. You don't have to look at your bell, but don't look down when you press. Look ahead, maybe a little bit up. Don't look down. That's where you go.
You got it. Whew. Getting that heart rate going here, that's for sure. 1 and 2. Lauryn has that full body tension. The hand is out to the side for extra balance and extra power. 4 and down. It's not easy, but she makes this look easy. Let's do it again, team. We'll do it together.
Team I. Round 4, second arm. Let's go. Again, pull the bell down with control. You still need your lats on the way up too, so don't forget about them. You're packed in that side rib cage body, cheeks, everything. Whammo bammo. Press that bell.
Whew. Whew. 4. This is Lauryn, again, your second side, 4th of 5th sets. We're almost there here. Full body tension. Squeeze your cheeks. These ones, not these ones. In passive face, wear all that other tension on your core.
We're almost there here.
Here, there.
We're almost there here. Here, there.
We're here, there.
We're here and there.
But right now,
We're there.
we're swings.
5 single arm swings, team Ian. Finishing out round 4 here of our swings, which therefore means we'll be up to 50 swings by the end of the day. A couple get-ups and presses.
It's a good
Quality
number.
workout.
I do try to get to that 50 number in swings, but it's one hand or two hand. It's a nice high number, not quite as high as that 100 we used to train with. But again, if you find that right bell, 50 can be just right.
Just right. Occasionally it's good to test yourself at 100, but you don't always have to go full out here. There's life. You got to deal with that first.
There's 5.
Oh yeah.
One more side, team Lauryn.
I was going to say something, but then got
here.
distracted.
One of our most frequently watched videos on YouTube is a 100 swing workout. Doesn't mean you have to do all the time. As Lauryn said, it's a nice way to test and just to see how you're doing. And maybe for that workout, choose a little bit of a lighter bell if you wish to start. Ooh, this is it. This is it. We have 5 repetitions of our press.
Go ahead, Ian.
Shake it out.
Team Ian starting us off here. 5 presses. Breathing is hard when you press a kettlebell, but it will change your kettlebell pressing game if you get your breathing right. Take your time. Think about that inhale in the down, that little exhale. Refill that balloon core so you have a strong base to press off of. You don't want to be pressing off of floppy moppy here.
No way. No way. Stay topped up with that breath like Lauryn said. That sharp exhale. Fill up like Lauryn alluded to again. That's number 3. 2 more here. Last one. Strong as always, Lauryn. So even though we're switching sides here, it is that core that might need a little extra second to regenerate, but I can do it.
Regenerate.
Focus on
Like a
what
worm.
you can do. Whew.
All right, Team Ian. Last set of 5 presses. Remembering, end strong. Don't save your energy. Use it. Feet rooted, butt squeeze. Inhale on the down, and it's up. Good. And I think one more. And up, 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 up. Excellent. I would yip a little louder, but I think it'd be obnoxious with a microphone on. Gets pretty rowdy in here sometimes when people are pressing.
By that last rep, I might not have had one more. That was a good place to finish. Finish with success if you can ever plan for it. Yes, failing might happen, but not with Lauryn. 5 reps. Easy, maybe not quite easy, but safe and always strong.
Get a little heavier bell next day. No problem though.
For you.
Last time of our swings,
5 swings.
5 swings. Start with that first arm. Your swings are really your hips doing the action, your glutes and your core. The bell is just along for a ride and just happens to be attached to your hips through your lats.
Those lats, the armpits, the shoulder blades help connect the grip of the bell with the hand to the powerhouse being the hips. The feet push out the entire time. The hips push through to tall, like you could take that impact or a punch at the top. Self-inflicted, of course. No assault here.
All right, same thing on that second side. Last set of swings today. You're saving no energy here. Okay, don't leave a little in the tank. Well, leave a little in the tank as we talked about before, but don't do your first swing a little less than your 5th, just so you make your 5th.
You got it. One last set of swings here. Pack shoulder, heavy feet. You sound like a broken record. Welcome to the club. Go through that checklist to always perfect the swing.
Sometimes those words are in my dreams. It's really annoying.
Sometimes I go sleep in that firing range position, Lauryn says.
Yeah, he does.
I think she's lying. We'll have to see some video evidence of that later. That concludes our bell portion of today's workout. So just take those kettlebells. Be careful not to trip. Take them off to the side. Let's finish doing a toe squat, getting to the ground. Nice little stretch that re-implements those.
Reinforces.
That's the word, Lauryn. Reinforces those conditions for the lunge, the pull push from the hips. Bottom joints, nice rotation.
Normally, I'm not the word wizard.
No, we do Wordle today.
Okay, what's happening?
Toe squat.
Knees
So those knees over toes. Join us for more toe squats on our Saturday morning practice. But for here, let's just push those hips through. Then return. Full feet as low as you can go. Then pull the feet away from the floor as you go lower with the hands or without. Knees, hips through just like the top of the swing. Then point those toes out the back. Buttocks sitting towards the heels, hanging out for a second. And then let's get in that modified 90-90 with those conditions from the lunge with a nice upper back rotation.
Excellent. Our 90-90 means our front leg is at 90, including the ankle, the knee, the hip. Our back leg is at 90. Then we'll find this elbow, which will also be bent at 90, and in line with our hip. Our head, that's probably more like 45, but you can get your protractor out. Arm across the top of your chest. Top shoulder blade retracted. Let's take this back butt cheek and extend that hip forward while gently pushing that front knee into the floor. Next, we'll take our head and look at the elbow on the floor. Then keeping that top shoulder blade retracted, slowly try to rotate through the rib cage towards the floor. Next, head will rotate open, and then that upper body will rotate open. Doesn't have to be a big movement. If it is, it's probably coming from somewhere else. Head looks down, shoulders look down. Try to curl that cage forward. Keep the blade retracted, then head open, shoulders open. Once those shoulders are open, you might be looking up towards the ceiling. Let's extend that back hip again by squeezing our back butt cheek, pushing our front knee down, gently pulling it in for 3, 2, then relax. Push the floor away. Same thing on that second side. Flip yourself around here. 90, 90, 45, 90. Get your numbers just right. Elbow on the floor. Top arm across your chest, shoulders are retracted, back hip extended, front leg pushing down, pulling in slightly. Next, that head will look at the elbow on the floor, and then that rib cage, keeping the shoulders retracted, will try to rotate closed. Then head will look open, and those shoulders will gently rotate open, back hip remains extended. One more time, head, then those shoulders. Breathe. Try to rotate round, then head, shoulders, back hip, it remains extended for a second, and then push the floor away. Press to tall. Come say good day. Thank you for joining us today on our Strength and Swings class here at the Bars and Bells online studio. Remember, you can check us out on Patreon. Support us a little bit here and there if you like watching our content. We appreciate it. Otherwise, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also appreciate that. We have bar class Thursday night at 4:05 where we practice our strength and mobility in our hips. Well, actually the whole body. Stay tuned for that. And Saturday morning is our body weight class online. Thanks for joining us. My name's Lauryn.
My name's Ian.
And together, we will train soon. Take care.
And stay strong together. Thanks very much.
In any order.
Have a great night. We'll see you Thursday at 4 p.m. live for bar. Goodbye.